So hi, it's as you can see from the title of the video, it's a video for Happy, kind of, you know. I did the sad ones, I suppose. Yeah, kind of got to do this, and what a greater time it is to be alive, eh? I mean, winter's still here, it's spitting with rain. It's about, in this country we've got about a year to 18 months of this perpetual hell, really swore, that's going on, where we could show the world actually we've kind of got a bit of common sense, maybe. Food's at its highest price ever, energy, the government have kindly capped it to only being about 4 or 5 times what it was before. Very generous of them. Yeah, it's a great time to be alive, 2023. I suppose, at least, you know, I shouldn't be so grim. This is a video about happy fragrances, and there are fragrances that might put a smile on our face for one reason or another. This was never going to be my strongest point of a video, was it? But here it is anyway. Now, obviously there'll be a wide variety of kind of more expensive ones, more affordable ones, hopefully, you know, keeping it nice and balanced. And what I'm going to start with is the obvious one, and that's Clinique's Happy. I mean, it must be happy, right? They called it Happy, and to be quite honest, it is quite a joyous little scent. It's nothing flash, it's nothing ridiculous. This is the for men one, although whatever, Clinique. It's basically a sparkling mandarin orange. That's how it starts off. It's very fresh. It's not like oranges can be. And sorry, I know this is see, this is why I should be happy. Random daffodils. But yes, it also has flowers in it. You can't really pick them out. It's not going to go too much into it. We know what it's like. It's a bit woody. It's got some sort of wood stuff over the florals, but it kind of is. It starts off with that bright mandarin, and let's face it, does mandarin make you happy? I suppose it does if you like that sort of thing, and it's quite a juicy fruit, isn't it, really? So I don't see why not. It's now absolutely lashing it down. So yeah, Clinique Happy, a happy fragrance. Next on the list is at the other side of the price range, and it is quite a nice fragrance, and that is Amouage's Portrayal for Woman, or whatever nonsense they've called it. And do you know what, I don't know where I am. I was thinking I do. Yeah, it's a blackcurrant fragrance predominantly. It's a little bit green, it's a little bit fruity, not just from the blackcurrant, the fruity florals kind of go in there. Starts off a bit harsh, but it's bright and it's juicy, and it's got the right amount of darkness from them darker notes. It's Amouage, so it's got a little bit of a resinous feel. It's sort of Ribena on a beautiful kind of what are they called, in a garden outside, you know, with the dogs playing in the yard. The mental wind and rain. Don't know if you can even hear this, I'll probably have to redo it. But it is, oh, look at that cloud. It's a beautiful fragrance, to be fair. And it does make me happy, sort of. Because I don't know, blackcurrants in the UK is something we associate with. Don't know if you get it elsewhere, it's not product placement. But Ribena, which is just like sugar and blackcurrants, there's nothing else to it. They've took the sugar out of it now, and you get the light one, which is absolutely revolting, because then that's blackcurrants and powdered washing powder, sweeteners. It's horrible. What am I going on about? Yeah, Amouage's Imitation makes me happy because of the blackcurrants, and I don't know if blackcurrants grow in spring, but in my head, drinking the fresh cordial juice, which is would you call it squash with water, So yeah, that's Amouage's imitate. So next up is it's just a fragrance I associate with summer. I wouldn't necessarily call it a summery one, but it is quite happy, and that is from State of Mind, and that's called Secret of Success, isn't it? Yes. Which is kind of, it's this beautiful tea fragrance. It's very calm, it's very warm, it's got some cinnamon and spices in there which warm it up. It's got kind of fresh but not overly sharp grapefruit running through it, and I'd say that's kind of the main thing with the tea. It's quite invigorating. Like I say, it's calm, it's supping a nice cup of tea, you know, in a cafe or somewhere outside on a warm day, and it does make you quite happy. Tea does make me happy. It's one of the few things in life you can rely on to make you happy, isn't it? Just fills you up with that warmth inside. The caffeine just brings you down and calms you. Well, it does with me. And you know, everything could be solved in the world with a cup of tea, couldn't it? We could have world peace. We could have you know, not profiteering from people's misery and stuff, and we could have an unlimited free energy supply of renewables. But yeah, more people need to drink tea, and I'm not going to waffle on. It's just what this is. It's a beautiful kind of like a painted orange sky, not too dark, like, you know, it's just been splashed across the sky. Calm, lovely, it does make me happy. So that's State of Mind, Secret of Success. So next up is from the little indie house Olfactivo, and that's Fruity. Now this again is a kind of, it's a walk in spring again. They all have that kind of theme about them, don't they? Hang on. Yes, the voice activated wind and rain is here again, sadly. So yeah, it's basically it's like strawberries and raspberries. It's kind of the whole of the plant, so there's that lovely kind of greenness, and I think like raspberry leaf and strawberry leaves have a sort of mintiness about them, don't they? And it mixes with the sweeter fruits, and there's a nice woody vetiver in there. There's greener notes, there's musks, but it's mainly about them too, but not a sugary sweet jam kind of fruitiness. It's a natural, again, out in the wild one. And obviously we know when these fruits grow, it is very warm and very sunny, and we used to pick them as kids and that, obviously, so that gives you that warmth and that bit of happiness about it. So that's Fruity from Olfactivo. Try to keep the video brief, so this will be the last one, and you know, I'm not the greatest talking about happiness, am I? So anyway, finally is April Aromatics again, and that is it's Nectar of Love. It's coming to that season to kind of smell it, and one of the reasons this makes me happy is because it was my first from April Aromatics. It's a complete John in a bottle one. It's nectary florals. It's got that kind of syrupy dewiness that you get from nectar. It's all these colours of flowers and petals, rose petals, sorts of spring flower petals. There's also a little hint of orange blossom and neroli in here. Now the neroli is nothing to worry about. It is a bit green, it is a bit sharp, but it kind of matches that walking around where there's loads of flowers and that. Doesn't dominate it, and it stops this from being, obviously it's naturally sweet from the petals, but that little bit of a sharp tinge stops it being, you know, it wouldn't be boring anyway, but it just gives that nice edge which makes it perfect for when it's hot, because you need that little bit of a sharper feel in the hot weather, don't you? Kind of keeps you fresh. Don't know how, not a scientist, but yeah, that's Nectar of Love from April Aromatics. And what could make you happier than flowers and nectar and big fat bumblebees shaking the booty doing their thing? And you know it's going to be the start of well, I'd like to say a good part of the year, but recently it's been heat waves, hasn't it? So we'll see. But yeah, Nectar of Love from April Aromatics. So yes, hopefully a ridiculously brief one. I'm kind of even hoping it's under 10 minutes after the last, you know, 6-part series, epic, ridiculously long videos I've been doing of late. Just happy fragrances. What more can you say about it? What fragrances make you happy? Where are your happy places they can take you? It doesn't necessarily have to be. I've kind of gone with the kind of sunshiny element as a whole, haven't I? But we can all go to even dark places, make us happy. A church graveyard. I could have put a few of them in, but I tried to make it positive. I tried. Can't say any more about it. Alright, thanks folks, have a great weekend. Bye.